Minecraft 1.13 is going to overhaul most textures in Minecraft. It doesn't matter what you say, this is probably going to happen. So let's take a look at some of the talking points here. I'm not going to take a side on this yet because I want to see more of the textures before I can form a proper opinion, but I did want to discuss some of the discourse happening around this topic. So a lot of people are saying, if you don't like the new textures, just use a resource pack. Now this is a great solution if you're playing single player, but not a very good solution if you're watching YouTubers who are going to be playing with the new textures, you're going to be playing in multiplayer and your builds might be looking different. It's not a good solution when you're cooperating with others. Otherwise in single player, I guess it could work. And the other issue is that other editions of Minecraft, people may not know how to install resource packs, and overall the switch is going to happen for the majority of the community. So it's a very, very small solution, unfortunately. Other people who like this change are saying, oh, you'll get used to it. Are we all used to the 1.9 combat yet? No, this is going to be a debate that we're going to be having for a very long time. I'm afraid that just get used to it isn't really a good solution either. Let's look at the arguments opposing this change. Some people are saying that this will ruin existing builds. So on the screen you can see the same setting, except I'm cycling through different resource packs. Are these actually ruining the build? You can decide for yourself, and if so, why? Whatever your answer is, I would actually direct that criticism towards Jasper, because if he mimics any of these, then maybe he can take on your feedback. Some people are saying that Mojang should be focusing on adding more features rather than texture changes. But that's why they hired a new person. No time is being taken away from the features in doing this. Lots of people are saying they don't like the changes because it's not Minecrafty. Well, what Minecrafty is about to change now. So what you're really saying is that it's not like old Minecraft instead of new Minecraft. Now whether or not that's a good thing, you can decide. But so long as you understand that the "it does not fit" argument is not going to apply once every texture changes. Some people are saying, well, you shouldn't change the textures because the current ones are iconic. This one is the hardest to argue with because people don't really highlight why this is a problem and they don't really explain what iconic means to them. But, in my opinion, I don't think these textures are drastic enough to remove that identity from Minecraft. Imagine, for example, the diamond sword texture changed to this one, which was made in the Faithful resource pack. Sure, it's a drastic change, but even people who haven't played Minecraft will probably know where this is from. But maybe I'm missing your point. Am I stupid, or do you think you should be elaborating more on what you mean by iconic and why it's a problem? And now finally, I'll talk about the most compelling and subjective point of view. Some people say that the textures are too detailed. Now who am I to say that's not true? It's a subjective point of view. And I get it, maybe the detailed textures are taking away what Minecraft means to you, or maybe they are harder to build with. But I think that detailed textures can be good sometimes. Here are some screenshots of me showing off some builds that have been done in the past where they use high resolution texture packs to make wonderful creations. Remember though, it's all subjective. It's a very, very difficult thing to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's a subjective art style. It's a video game that we're talking about here. We can't force people to dislike the textures, and we can't force people to love the textures either. But what we can do is have constructive discussions around this. If you think these textures are going to be amazing, then show us. Show us the potential. And if you think these textures will ruin Minecraft, show us. Show us how your builds have changed. It's the best way we can be constructive. Jasper is willing to listen. We need to take this opportunity. Because if you sit there sulking, hoping that they'll change their minds, then I'm sorry, but you're not going to have your way. The take-home message here is, play around with the new textures. Show us how the builds have changed. Show us what you can and can't do. What are the weaknesses? Now is your chance to influence how these textures play out. Make your case and make it strong. Thank you for taking the time to listen to all my ramblings. I'd never actually liked the vanilla palette, so I'm curious to see where this goes, but I am worried about how this will affect the community, mostly out of all things. But anyway, you can try the resource pack in the description below. CMAP has provided it. Do keep in mind though that his version might be lighter, darker, or blurrier than what is actually correct, so don't expect those to be the final result. And Jeb also said that we're going to have a resource pack to test as well, so I look forward to testing out that. Might make a video on that actually. Anyways, see you later.